Yeah, we've made it to the end of day 2 of our 3-day workshop for 2024. As we've mentioned throughout, we can only make our resources as good as possible through your feedback. And really, our resources are there to serve the research community, so there's no use of having them if people don't use them. So that's why your feedback is important. So the SurveyMonkey link is in the chat. And also when we close the webinar today, it will pop up in your browser too. So you can't escape it. There is the link. It is in the chat. Yep, and yeah, if you haven't started, please do take some time now. Also, we've been sharing on Twitter, X, and we've even had some really nice reposts and people sharing their comments as well on all the wonderful presentations. So that's super appreciated. Do follow us at IEDB_, use the hashtag IEDBUW 2024. We're really enjoying seeing what everyone's doing. But a quick recap of day 2. About 4 hours ago, we started the day with Jay, our bioinformatics core director, who gave an overview of the next generation tools. And that's what they look like here. And then we gave Jay all but a 30-second break to come back and present the T-cell class 1 tools, which included the binding, processing, and immunogenicity suite. And that's partly there. And then Dan presented the next generation tools pipelines, the exciting feature of the next gen platform, and he demonstrated the cluster tool and pep match, which he himself developed. That's what they look like there. And then we had Bjorn reprise his presenter role for day 2 to present the T-cell class 2 tools on the classic analysis resource site, which included binding, processing, and immunogenicity. And then we also threw in TepiTool there. And that's what the classic class 2 tools look like. And now most recently, we had Eve present the B-cell epitope prediction tools on the classic site, which is there. And then we just heard about some receptor tools. So Raphael presented TCR match, and then Mahita presented the up-and-coming BCR match. And with that, day 2 of the user workshop is now behind us, which just leaves day 3, our final day, which covers specialized topics. Taking a quick preview of day 3, I'll kick us off once again for a really brief overview before handing it over to Dr. Marcus Fabiano de Almeida Mendez, who will be presenting the IEDB 3D 2.0, our revitalized 3D viewers, and he'll show you how to visualize structures in the IEDB. Then you'll hear from Kelly Wheeler again, our Lido software engineer who presented on day 1, and he'll be going through the IEDB query API, which is how you can query our database programmatically. So we'll have a Q&A with Marcus and Kelly, and then we'll hear from Dr. Zeynep Kozaloglu-Yalcin back-to-back on the Cancer Epitope Database and Analysis resource, so CEDA. This is, we've been alluding to this throughout a few presentations, so come back tomorrow to hear about the IEDB sibling resource, CEDA. And also we'll go into a little bit more detail for those cancer-focused tools in the next generation tools as well, that we also mentioned. And then Zeynep will present the CEDA neoepitope meta-analysis, which is actively in progress and will be submitted for publication soon. So that will be a really interesting talk that no one's really heard outside of our immediate team. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then Zeynep will be met with Bjorn to cover the Q&A there. And then another brief break, and then we'll be hearing from Dr. Jennifer Mamrosh, the PI over at the Los Alamos National Laboratory for the HIV, LANO HIV databases. So that's an external collaborator, another NIH resource that we want to make known, as it already is, not just the IEDB and not just CEDA, so other work that's being done in the scientific community too. And then lastly, Daniel Marama will come back to present another collaboration that we have, IEDB UniProt and protein ontology. And we'll finish the day with a Q&A, closing remarks, and that'll be done for the 2024 user workshop. But if you do have any additional questions, we did our best to answer as many as we could, but I know we did not get through all of them. So please do follow up with us at help@iedb.org, and we'll get back to you through our ticketing system and we can assign the right person or people to respond there. And with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us for day 2 of our workshop, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, day 3, our final day for the 2024 workshop. So we, of course, appreciate your time and interest and hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks all very much. Have a good rest of your day or evening. Bye-bye.